Hey guys, this is Matt from Designing Life, and welcome to our introductory video. I started this video channel on YouTube because I wanted to share with you principles I've learned about designing your lifestyle the way you want to. It's been a hobby of mine for the last several years as I've tried to build businesses and try to take my life back into control. And I wanted to share with you both the journey that I am on, where I'm starting at, and hopefully you get to follow with me as I design my own life and help you design yours. It's fitting in this introductory video to share with you where I am living and my situation now. I'm speaking to you here from my home office / bedroom in the double-wide mobile home that I live in. I'm college educated. I have a few $1,000s in student loans. I work 2 jobs, one in retail, the other as a tax preparer for the last several years. And I never thought of myself as an entrepreneur. I've always been very interested in politics, in life, and I have to say, one of the reasons I've been I have to say that having my own business has always intrigued me. I've always been interested in how millionaires are able to acquire their wealth, because I've learned a shocking figure several years ago that 75% of all millionaires in the United States did not inherit their wealth. A lot of them actually made their wealth from businesses and from investments. And I'd always been exposed to wealth as well as to poverty. My great-grandparents had investments they lived off of. They lived in a fairly nice house, although they were very frugal. They were frugal about a lot of things that they bought. But they would spend lavishly on travel or on their grandkids' education. So I saw a different world with them than the world that I grew up in, and I wanted their world. And I came to the realization, probably about 10 years or so ago, that you do not get that kind of security and that kind of world, in this generation at least, from having a job or a career. See, I wanted to be able to afford pretty much anything, but I didn't want to wait till I was in my 60s, when I was starting to decline in health. I wanted to be able to enjoy it in my youth. Well, it's taken me all these years. I'm 32 years old, and it's taken me a lot of years to finally pull the trigger. 2 years ago, I had some success at a business that really increased my confidence. I published a few books on Amazon Kindle, made about $5,000 off of them, and that in itself whetted my appetite for more. And in the last several years, I have come across the private label idea and the private label platform. Essentially, for those of you who don't know, it's taking a product, a generic product, something like you might see in a grocery store, buying it from wholesale from a manufacturer, putting your label and your brand on it, and selling it online or in a major sales platform. In my case, it's going to be on Amazon. I won't reveal yet what my product is or the brand. I'm in the middle of pre-development right now, but I'm probably going to launch it in the next couple of weeks. But I just want to say that this business is the culmination of probably 15 years of study about business and finance. I wanted a business that wouldn't take up a whole lot of time, wouldn't be a huge capital intensive, would be able to throw off a lot of cash flow with very little effort, and yet it would allow me to have the freedom I want and meet my definition of wealth. Now, hopefully, in an upcoming video, I'll share with you what my definition of wealth is and what our definitions should probably be. Because to me, wealth is not about having $1 million. It's about having time. And I'll go into you more in a later video about that, to expand on that definition. But for now, know that I'm starting in a place here where I'm deep in debt. I'm single. I'm college educated, but I have a lot of hope, and a lot of savvy. I know the internet, I know business, and I have a resume, a job resume a mile long. And I'm tired of the status quo in my life. See, I know that I make the life I want. That if I want anything in this life, I don't have to, I shouldn't expect the government to give it to me or my parents or grandparents. I make what I want to have. So I hope that in designing life, you would follow me as I go on this journey, and that you would take hope from it, and that we would share a few things that are both, share our struggles. And I will occasionally post videos and share with you principles I've learned over the years, or things that I've learned about finance, about life, and how I'm putting them into practice. And hopefully you will also gain some insight from that. Now, in the coming weeks, I hope to also put up a blog and probably a Facebook fan page for Designing Life. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, I am signing out and saying sayonara.